All right. Welcome back to another Team Fish Todco podcast.
Just restart the whole thing again.
Shut the hell up. All right. You're getting kicked out. Fucking sit there and behave.
You call us a
I am your
Todco.
host, Zachary, also known as Postal Jeebus. Our camera guy is Richard,
also known as Beholden Yeti. Joining us today are Selden,
the mysterious one who never shows up. Sometimes
Also
always
known
ends up
as
in here.
Guy at One.
and our special guest today is Ryan.
AKA Cloudy Biscuits. The gayest name in the world.
You gotta cut that out. So Cloudy, how about you tell us a little bit about like how you met TFT and
What the hell do you do here?
TFT? Yeah, exactly.
So for starters, I do almost literally nothing on a day-by-day basis, but occasionally stream for TFT.
Okay, so kind of similar to Pedro, really.
Mm-hmm.
No. Pedro's.
I was gonna say, does Pedro stream?
Not
Pedro's
anything
gonna
we care
love this
about.
podcast.
Yeah, whatever.
So anybody read anything this week?
We literally didn't finish with Ryan.
Yeah, come on, dude.
That's okay. We just fuck Ryan, bro.
Yeah.
Ryan,
He said he streams. That's it. He does stream. He made a video. Oh, you made a video this week. He made Apex Legends 2. He was
Well, I'm
following
really
my
glad
naming
we got to
conventions.
say that.
I made Apex Legends 1 because I forgot to title it something else, and he really wanted to copy the format, so he made Apex Legends 2. The sequel.
I didn't copy the format.
So the
No,
first
that was me.
title was the first title
Okay.
was kind of meh. The second title was a joke, and it was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, like the second title is actually like funny, but
I worked real hard
Yeah,
on the
so,
thumbnail too.
Apex
Dude,
Legends just
that-
fucking sucks.
I-
That game should die in a hole.
when I saw that, I'm like, bro, who made the thumbnail? Because fuck that person. And it was you, Richard. Thank you. Because I literally put so much work into the first one's thumbnail. If we can flash it on screen right now, please.
We literally can't.
I put so
You
much work into
absolutely
that.
can.
We
And
literally
then
we
you
don't have
just
an
took an image off of
editor.
Google.
This isn't
Just
live.
like
or
It was a
anything.
last-ditch effort. You know,
Well, you don't have to
sometimes
thumbnail.
you do what you gotta do.
Just
I-
add text
I'd
on
say-
it. It doesn't even have text.
Shitty thumbnails are the TFT character. You know, it's just like you can't have a good vid and a good thumbnail. It's got to be one or the other.
This is
Like,
fair.
Either a
Sometimes
perfect
sacrifices-
thumbnail or a crappy video.
Seldom
And
ate
most of
all
the-
the corn.
Most of the time,
Perfect
people
video.
don't look at the thumbnails.
Personally,
What
I
do
think
you
it was
mean
a
most of the time
crappy
people don't-
video, so Richard, I blame you for not having a good thumbnail.
That's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna go cry now, because you guys don't appreciate my work and dedication.
All right.
You know what I
Fucking
did like
listen-
this?
Kuri don't appreciate it, but that's majority apparently. So
I
Listen,
really
if I
like.
hate my own video, that says something.
You hated
Alright.
that video, bro?
I
Okay,
mean, it was a pain to make. I was
The only
just
thing-
learning how to use Premiere Pro.
yeah. Your your gun effects, the gun effects sounded like bass boosted. I thought it was a joke
Dude,
at first.
I don't even know.
Wait,
what happened
oh,
to the
that you didn't do
wingman.
that on purpose?
No, that was
I
just
thought
an
you did
audio
too.
bug.
It's
also the volume was so disparaging. It was fucking weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I
The
don't
volume
even
was
know what
the
was
only
wrong
issue
with
I had
Premiere
with
Pro.
the video, but it was a solid video. I think you did a good
Yeah,
job.
I agree. I really like the April Fool's part. I think Dylan said April Fool's. That made me laugh.
That was
Yeah.
me. That was me screaming.
That was you? That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah,
good.
Dylan's not funny. Literally, never been funny in his entire life.
That
Mhm.
was, I think,
Only thing
the
funny
last
about
game
him
of
is
the
his
night on
face.
April Fools. Whoa.
So
Alright.
last week we had a good weekend reel. It's called Mission Impossible. If you haven't seen it yet, you have to go check that out. This week we have a new one coming out.
That was
It's
not
called-
last week.
Yeah, this will be
I'm
the last
Also,
week.
this is also going to be uploaded after the weekend reel.
Well, if they should already watch the weekend reel.
So then the weekend reel that's
So
about
don't
to
say
be
the
posted-
upcoming weekend reel.
The weekend
Say
reels
the
that goes
weekend reel
live.
that just came out.
Well, we might as well get down to the brass tacks. Today is April 5th. We're recording this on Friday because
It is 2019, 8:32
Oh.
Eastern Standard Time.
we're doing
Oh,
it a day early because I'm going out of town and I'm the only one that actually records this shit. So we're just
And
gonna
I
jump
actually wanted Richard to be on it.
right
so
I
in.
think I literally recorded one. I think I did one.
I don't think you did.
You did
Oh, I did
not.
the card review, which is essentially a podcast.
Yeah,
is
a bad one that
essentially
you add
a
30 minutes of black screen
No,
at the end of it.
I fixed it. It's fixed.
No, you,
It's fixed.
First impressions are hard to erase. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
Yeah,
guess
I
what?
don't
did
usually
you see that
rewatch a
thing on
video
Reddit?
after it's already been scarred for me.
Yeah, exactly. I
What
made
was that, Ryan?
Did you see that thing on Reddit about top 3 most used Apex characters?
Yeah, who the fuck cares about that? Apex is a dead game. Anyways.
No, I love that game.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Today's April
Anyways.
5th. This day in history, we're gonna open up with this stuff because it's what we do. I'm actually looking at it right now, and okay.
We're not opening with it.
Well, in 1951, Ethel and Julius Rosenberg are sentenced to death. Now, they were the Soviet spies that spread information about nuclear weapons to the Soviet Union.
Good. She deserved
Wait,
it.
they were in America, right? And then that started like the whole scare.
Yeah. That was the whole. There was
The Red Scare.
Yeah, the Red Scare.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that happened today
That's
in
actually,
1951.
One way that Ronald Reagan got to become president, because he was well known for turning in potential commies.
Well, back then
That's
you
why
do that.
Peter Stroop hated him.
I guess back then
But
you do that
that was
shit
a-
and you're good in the eyes of like everyone.
Yeah, I mean, made him look like a great presidential candidate. Fucking hated commies. That's all you needed to be a president.
Pretty
And
much.
it still holds true today.
Yep.
It does not entirely hold true today, but I mean,
Okay.
who knows?
1955, Winston Churchill resigns as the UK Prime Minister. Churchill was
That's the
Uh,
Overwatch guy, right?
instrumental in initiating an alliance between the UK, the US, and the USSR against Nazi Germany. His political career spanned half a century. And I wonder when he died. Is he still alive? There's no way. There's no way, right?
No.
There's no way. Like the
My
dude
favorite
was...
Winston Churchill picture is when Hitler does the salute. It shows Churchill doing the peace sign, and it says "paper, scissors beat paper." I love that.
That's pretty good. In 1986, a bomb kills 3 people at the La Belle in West Berlin. Attack on a nightclub which was frequented by U.S. soldiers, was later blamed on the Libyan Secret Service.
Oh, those liberals.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And a random fact for some reason, in 1998, the world's largest suspension bridge opens to traffic. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that term. Bridge in Japan features the world's longest central span, measuring 1,991 meters. That is 6,532 feet. Well, I don't know why this is up here with Winston Churchill and the Rosenbergs, but you know what? I thought it was a good fact,
It's
so
important to history.
whatever.
Yeah, we can't only talk about like death and bombings. Like we want to talk about
Well, we
like
could.
human advancements.
All right.
Nah, I mean,
People
death and bombings is beautiful.
born on this day, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a single damn person that is here, but everyone they have mentioned here is dead right now anyway. So
Wait, you wouldn't pronounce Akashi Strait Bridge?
yeah, I'm not even gonna. No, my thing says Akashi Kayoko.
Kakio?
Yeah. See, I already fucked it up. Oh wow. Okay, deaths on this day.
Atashi Kaikyo.
1994. Kurt Cobain, American singer, songwriter, and guitarist for Nirvana.
Killed by his biggest enemy, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he was on Reddit today. That does make sense. They're like, oh, it was definitely suicide. I'm like, why are we talking about him?
That makes sense.
Because they have to be sure. They have to be sure it was suicide.
Very
wanna get my
troubled
cover-ups.
individual.
70 years later.
That was not 70 years later.
1994
You
was
said
70 years ago.
Oh, no. I thought you said 64. Even then,
What?
like, I was
What is
just
the
a
math?
number. It was just a
Good thing
number.
you're a streamer, not a mathematician.
You know what? I have an
I
A
hope
in my
everybody
math class.
enjoyed. I hope everyone enjoyed Ryan on his last podcast.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, it was really fun
nothing,
having you. Get out.
nothing too
I'm only
crazy
here
today.
because Tobin told me to come.
Nothing too crazy today.
I forgot Tobin ran the podcast. Wow.
He thinks he does. He likes to pretend. Tobin, I bet you Tobin at night goes in his room and plays dress up and is like, hey, today I'm gonna be this person.
He does. Have you not seen his newest YouTube video?
Oh shit, no I haven't. I'll need to catch up on it.
No, who the fuck watches Tobin on YouTube? What?
That'd be like watching Team Fish Taco.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know that.
But if you were a degenerate, because
Yeah.
Team Fish Taco's top quality meme.
Alright,
Guess I need to go watch that.
that's this day in history. Zach, what are we talking about today?
All right, so I got some things I'm interested about. If you're not interested about it, go fuck yourself. But so I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Komodo Island.
I have not.
You can probably
Nope.
guess what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Bunch
where
of
all the
Komodos.
Komodo dragons, almost all of them in the world, live.
Oh,
Uh,
Komodo. Okay.
Yeah. So they named the island Komodo Dragon Island or Komodo Island, and it was recently shut down temporarily because because people kept stealing Komodo dragons.
Wait, what?
Aren't
Yeah.
they like super dangerous?
Yeah, they
yes,
are.
they're extremely dangerous. If you get
They
bit
have very
by one,
toxic
the
saliva.
bacteria in their saliva will
Hmm.
fucking make you bleed out because your platelets won't clog it.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah. So they're super cool. And the reason I bothered mentioning it is because I was watching a lot of Steve Irwin videos recently. And one of his favorite videos is, from what he said, was when he visited Komodo Dragon Island, just because he loved Komodo dragons. And he didn't even, like, normally they make you go with a like couple guides, but they were like, all right, you're Steve Irwin, just don't die. And
Yeah.
he just spent like a week on the island just kind of doing whatever the hell he wanted. And I always thought that was a really cool video. And I was like, what the fuck? People want to steal these things? I mean, obviously it's like, it's an pet, right? That's what people wanted it for. But it's really crazy that people bother, because these things can swim like 20 miles an hour in the water too.
Really?
Yeah, I
They
don't.
swim really fast, but only for short distances.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but when I was young, I used to have dreams of like owning a Komodo dragon and it being in my garage, and just at night it would come and eat me.
All right, wait a minute. That took a right turn somewhere.
That took a right
Wait a
turn.
minute.
I don't know why I had these dreams, but
Yeah,
I
me
did.
fucking neither. This boy is dreaming about. We found a vorophilia right here.
No,
Were
no, no,
they
no, 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 no,
nightmares?
no, no.
Podcast.
Or
Yeah. They
was
were
like your
nightmares. They were
friend?
nightmares.
Wow.
I don't know why. It was just a Komodo dragon that was in my garage, and it somehow got into the house and like killed me while I was sleeping.
Did
Damn.
you ever like see a lizard in there as a kid and
Did
you
you
like freaked
deserve
out by
it?
or something?
Oh, I used to. Oh my gosh, I had
Did you
tons of
deserve
pet
it, though?
lizards. Probably.
Yeah, that's what.
At some point in my life, I probably deserved it.
So you used to catch a lot of lizards?
Yeah, we used to catch a bunch of lizards when I was camping, and we'd like take them home.
Did you do the thing where you
And-
hang them from your earlobe?
No, what? Please
never
explain
seen
that
that?
to me.
People
No.
like, I don't know what kind of lizards they are, but like if you just poke them in the belly, they'll just open their mouth,
lizard.
and then anything you put in their mouth, they'll just bite on, and just hold down. So people just, that's like the bored 12-year-old in Florida, just kind of pokes a bunch of lizards and puts them on their ear because they just sit there biting your ear.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard that.
Yeah, I watched a kid do it, and I was like, what is wrong?
Yeah, it happened all the time down
Yeah.
here.
But it was just like that was normal. I was like, okay, I guess I'm the weird
Oh.
one.
That was normal.
Check the
Yeah.
staff chat actually, Cloudy.
Who left?
Yeah, wait,
I
who just
can't
left
check
and
the
came
staff
back?
chat.
Oh, you can only check team members? Alright, check team members chat. Wait, no, what do you mean you can't check? Oh, he's not staff. I'll just
I'm
PM
not
it to you.
staff.
Wait, but he's not team members either.
I sent him a
No.
picture of the lizard on the ear.
What the heck?
That was like normal.
Why?
It's just like kids do that.
Oh,
They-
boys will
just-
be
just
kids.
one
and kids
day.
will be.
Just one day, someone decided, you know what? I'm gonna stick a lizard on my ear.
No, there's
I
probably
don't know.
years of evolution into it. I don't fucking know. Everything started one day. One day, some dudes thought some white juice from the bottom of a giant udder would be delicious, and pasteurized it and drank it. Like, I mean, God. Now the lizard thing doesn't look so weird, does it?
So I heard that
Yeah.
PS4 was removing all discs.
How'd
What's
you
going
hear
on with
that?
that?
What do you mean? What's going on with that? They're doing something similar to Xbox, but like
Is Xbox getting rid of all the discs?
Yeah, we
they're not
talked
getting on
about
the disc.
this.
They already started with their discless consoles.
Yeah, we talked about this on our first podcast, I think. The Xbox was doing it, but I wasn't aware PS4. I figured since, they're going to follow in suit,
everyone follows some hype
the
train.
Switch
But,
will
like,
probably be right behind it, but
probably not. No, Nintendo's
Dang.
you don't
pretty
think
big
so?
on cartridges. Nintendo's always been big on cartridges. I really would
think-
find it very hard pressed for Nintendo to just suddenly decide not to do this, especially considering their shop that they use is hated by a lot of people because of how unintuitive it is.
Doesn't mean
Really?
they won't switch to it. I think just because someone's always done something doesn't mean they won't switch to something else.
Yeah.
I
That's
but
no,
if
he's
you
got a
listen to
point.
what I just said, Nintendo really enjoys their cartridges because they love game arts and stuff like that, and that stuff goes on the cartridges very specifically.
Did you know they actually made it illegal to own a Gameshark in Japan?
That's not really that shocking. I mean, that's kind of shocking because, like, why the fuck would the government care? But
yeah.
other than that part, yeah, that's not shocking.
Some high-ranking official got beat in a game, and he's like, he's using GameShark.
Yeah.
But I thought about it, and most likely what they'll do is you can still probably buy physical copies, but it'll just contain a download code. So you can still have your box arts and whatever, but instead of a disc in there, it's just a printed code on the back of the or inside of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is kind of the same thing, because whatever, but I don't know. I don't see it as the same. It's the same, but not the same.
That's, I mean, essentially that's kind of like a big fuck you to like GameStop, right? Is all that is?
I was watching a video today about like, it was an Angry Joe video. They were talking about how the stocks of GameStop have gone down so much in in 2018 alone. Like the difference between 17 and 18 was astounding, and they were expecting 19 to be no better. How much longer can they go? How can they last?
They're trying to rebrand themselves, and if they can successfully do it, maybe, but they probably won't be able to.
Well, let's put it this way: when you put yourself in a competitive environment, when you're competing you versus what all the game companies are gonna do, you're gonna lose. Because if all the large companies, PlayStation, Microsoft, if all of them just say, "Nah, we don't need you to do our job," you're fucked. Because they don't need you anymore. So
I think a lot of real life places are going to be gone. Like, are malls even going to be a thing? Like in a while?
Of course, people buy clothes still.
Yeah, but people buy clothes
don't
online.
think so. Because
Trading card games are still big.
There's still stores
Right now,
like
sure,
Old Navy
but
and Kohl's that are just single stores. I have tons of malls near me that are being closed down because nobody goes to them.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
Exactly.
the landing, right?
Yeah,
What?
well, the landing was closed for different reasons, but yes, essentially, no one went there, so yes, for that reason, yeah. But
Well, it's good. Turn that shit into nature reserves. What the fuck do we have? Big ass.
I think they're turning into like a WWE arena or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. That'll be fucking useful.
Yeah, I know. But you said that like trading card games. I mean, they'll still have like board game shops and stuff because that's a thing that you get from like it's an experience that people want.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because
But
because
malls
online
are
versions
different.
of them are usually terrible. But like D&D has made a huge popular uprising ever since 5e came out, and a lot of that stuff is very physical, like dice, figurines.
Yeah, and people like that.
Like you have to be.
And you know, a lot of them, like you can order shit online, but like most people prefer to go to a local stop. Usually, sometimes there was GameStops that sold dice and shit like that, but like.
Yeah, you can go to your local place, but also a big proponent of that things is like conventions. Like, and people will bring their like homemade stuff there and sell it there, and then that's where a lot of people buy their stuff because they want like handcrafted.
But a lot of times people don't want to pay a $100 upfront fee to see shit that custom people have made in conventions.
But I mean, the conventions for other things.
That's what a lot of the malls were for.
Yeah, but a mall, but like specifically for your stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like most people don't open small stores. It's easier to open a kiosk in a mall. That's what like most of the malls near me do. They just rent out small kiosks to local people that want to sell shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you also keep it in mind, those little D&D shops, they also host their own tournaments.
Yeah.
Or not tournaments, but they also host like other card game tournaments within them.
Yeah.
And also sessions that some people would pay for.
What's that place called,
would
Sultan?
donate to keep going.
I'm not sure if I'm okay to say their name because they don't sponsor us yet.
But
we did go there and play a lot of her.
We're thinking of the same place, right? The one over by International, the golf.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say Keg and Coin does stuff like that too, and they're a sponsor of us, so I'll definitely drop their name out there.
Yeah, fuck you, non-sponsors.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't drop the name of the shittiest pizza on the planet, because in the off chance that they that we ever get sponsored by.
If they come to me with $1 million, I would say, fuck you, Little Caesars. I will never take your shitty money and your even worse pizza.
Hey, I tell you what. We'll drop the loser for you.
Yeah, hold on a second.
We will gladly kill him and eat Little Caesars pizza at his funeral. Little Caesars. We don't even need $1 million. We don't even need 500,000. Send us $50, and we will kill Selden. And eat
Okay,
Little
I
Caesars
don't.
at his...
No, it's got to be bigger than that. But
Yeah,
I'd do it for a Slim Jim.
Bruh, okay, that's different. If SJ sponsored us, I won't say their name. If SJ sponsored
You already
us,
said the
then I'd be
name,
happy.
you degenerate.
We'll edit it out.
This is why you don't have sponsors.
if
We have sponsors.
I don't. I haven't gotten anything from our sponsors, so I don't have sponsors.
Okay.
Didn't our old team name get sponsored by a pen company?
And sunglasses.
I was just getting scammed on the internet as I was an idiot kid.
What's really changed though?
Yeah, either get scammed by some pen company or scammed by Microsoft. You know, it's the same thing. You just get older with age.
All right,
Hey,
so a
yeah.
lot of the
Dad
topics
owns
this week
Microsoft. You back off.
so a lot of the topic this week kind of suck. So we can.
Well, we
avoid
can
it.
talk about Microsoft, how they stole an idea.
I literally warned you about that twice,
Yeah.
but like
So
I-
I've been working with them for a while on this large
I don't think this is
event.
the median for this.
and
Well, I got nothing else to talk
essentially,
about.
yeah,
We literally
essentially,
do.
I've been working on it for a while, and they've been having meetings with me and saying, "Well, how would this work? How would this work?" And I explained how everything works for it and explain all the logistics behind it. And then they said, "Okay, really cool. We'll get back to you on the 4th." And then maybe on the 1st or a little bit before then, they announced that they're hosting this large event for League of Legends. And I said, interesting how if they were working on this the whole time, why wouldn't they communicate with me? Because it's so similar to my event, right? So I said, hey, what's going on this event will interfere with our event that we've been working on, which was going to be called the Team Fish Taco Invitational. And they said, oh, that's a really good question. It is very similar to your event. So if anything, I think it'll help your event. So we were supposed to have a meeting on the 4th, a meeting with a bunch of people in it and stuff. And they said, hey, we're going to have to rain check on that meeting. We really like to focus on our event right now. And I'm like, I got it. I get it. So essentially they made me work out all the kinks for their event and then said thank you and left.
They cut the rope, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that shit coming from a mile away.
I told you about that literally while you were giving the presentation.
Did you do it like online or did you go in person in a suit and tie?
Both.
Damn.
Drove a lot of miles. Had to
The
drive
worst
to
thing
Tampa
is
for a
when
meeting.
someone tells you, "Oh yeah, they do that all the time," but they tell you after they've already done it. Like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me know."
Yeah. We're working with a
Anyways.
new place that's we're collaborating with GAM right now, and I think after their event they're going to sponsor us because they said they're really interested in sponsoring us, but they said they're hosting an event, so all their money is going to the event right now. But they make profit on their events, so they said after the event they'll sponsor us. But we're hosting the League of Legends side of them, so we're partnered with them, so I don't mind talking about it.
I don't mind telling them that they're pieces of shit after they said they promised to host us. Anyways, interesting news. Shanghai is the first place in the world, first city in the world to have 5G. I thought that was really fucking cool.
Really?
Because
When did that happen? Wait, the whole city?
Well, I mean, at least some parts of the city have it. I'm assuming not the entire city, but
what's the
I know a
difference between 5G
couple
and
of
4G?
a G.
A G,
Oh,
just an
but-
extra G.
They added a G.
It's faster. That's about the hang of it. It's like what's the difference between 50 megabyte internet and 100 megabyte internet? It's a lot faster. But I know a couple of people who work for Verizon, and I know that they were trying to install towers for that stuff, but they just kind of were working on logistics for it. So I thought it was really cool that Shanghai of all places came out with it so quickly.
I had an advertisement the other day from T-Mobile saying that they had just gotten 5G like towers set up in Dallas and Austin.
Yeah, but they probably don't have enough for the entire city. They probably only have enough for sections of it. So that's probably what made Shanghai the world's first, is because they could get the entire city set up with the towers.
Yeah. So if you really want to know the difference between 5G, 5G can actually get 100 gigabits a second, when 4G could only do like I think 1 gigabit a second. Actually, yeah, it's like I think 10 maybe 10.
That's a pretty significant
It's
jump.
really big.
Yeah.
Definitely a significant increase.
I don't think phones support it yet. Oh, man, it might. I don't know. It might just be built into them.
I mean,
at this point,
your
maybe
phone,
back in the day.
a phone can support any. It doesn't mean it can give you up to the max.
Yeah, it probably like won't go all the way up, but it'll probably go pretty high. But I mean, the next gen of phones will be really fun.
Technically, my computer supports Google Fiber. However, I do not have Google Fiber and cannot use it.
I think you can get it in New Smyrna. I know Dylan has it.
I don't think I can.
Zach, I actually would like to talk about the the reveal of Borderlands being on an Epic exclusive, and your thoughts on that.
Let's talk about that. So first of all, I have nothing with the fact that Borderlands is not on Steam. I could give zero shits if Borderlands is on Steam. The fact that it is on a potentially compromised site is something I do care about.
Yes.
So a lot of people have complained about like some things Steam does, like the fact that they, take so much of a cut, the fact that you can't talk to people unless you've spent $5. First off, I'd like to support that $5 thing because I play a decent amount of League of Legends, and in League of Legends you get a shit ton of bots just message you, try to add you, and like just throw shit at you, and that upsets me in some sense.
I haven't. Well, I guess.
And the fact that you have to pay $5 for every bot to try to message someone, that would be like, that's a huge turnoff.
Yeah.
I think. So I think I can understand why a lot of the precautions, especially because the huge cut thing is because they lose money on keys that they don't sell on their side. So like, if Borderlands gives out 5,000 keys from their website, Steam doesn't make any money from that. So
does Epic?
No.
Then
the only one who makes money from that is Borderlands because they sell the keys from their site. So the whole point of these sellers is to be a hub, right? Because if I'm Gearbox and I make Borderlands, I don't make Black Ops. I don't make Halo. People don't come to my site for them. They go to Steam for them. So if someone's going to buy Black Ops and they see Borderlands, they're like, oh shit, fuck you, Black Ops, Borderlands is on sale. So I mean, I can understand the cut. Of course, I think it's a little bit big, but I don't know. They probably get a huge deal.
Way too much.
I really think somebody needs to poke Steam.
Yeah,
or something. Because okay, so here's the deal. I love the fact that Steam has actual competition now, but Epic is 100%. Not
actual competition.
Well, as of currently, it is, but
it's not cleaned enough.
It's not. It's not anywhere near ready to. What they're doing is they're taking all this money that they got from Fortnite and dropping it on the developers' feet and saying, "Let us, sell your game." Exclusively, at least for a little bit. I'm pretty sure it'll eventually come to Steam, but not on launch.
After 3 months.
It's already 3 months. It's not after 3 months. It is far. It's well far.
I was gonna say if it's 3 months, that's nothing. Oh my god.
They said it was after 3 months. Randy said it was after 3 months. Randy Pitchford.
No, he did not. He confirmed on Twitter that it was at April. That is not 3 months. It is coming out in September.
Is it April for sure? So a year from right now?
No, that is what Randy said. Randy said it would be in April. Steam has confirmed that the deal is ending, or I think it might have been someone from Epic Games confirmed that the exclusivity deal, ends around April. But that is not necessarily a guarantee that it is on Steam. It will be on Steam in 2020, though. Someone said that. I don't remember who.
See, that's the thing. This is interesting because I can come at this from two different angles. Okay, on one hand, I'm gonna try to put myself in your shoes, Zach, because you love this. You love this franchise, right?
I fucking do.
Like,
truly do.
You love it. I'm gonna give you like a situation or something like that, or put yourself in this kind of deal. You love Borderlands, like let's say I love Red Dead, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And me as an outsider, I'm looking at it like, okay, Borderlands is coming to Epic, but if it's coming to Steam a few more months after that, then I'll just wait for the Steam, because I'm not nearly as excited for Borderlands as you are. But then I look at it from my point of view, and this is a very plausible thing that can happen because of Take-Two Interactive, which owns 2K Games, which makes Borderlands. You know who else Take-Two owns? Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
So
100%.
So when the day comes, and I really do think it's going to happen because they made so much money off of releasing Grand Theft Auto on PC, when they eventually add Red Dead 2 to PC, I think it'll also be an Epic exclusive. And that hurts because, you know, I put myself in your shoes caring about that game as much as you care about Borderlands. You know what I mean? It'll be hard to be like, man, do I wait for Steam or do I just fucking put up with it? You know,
here's why I'm not gonna care.
Hopefully,
is because I'll just buy it from the site. I won't buy it through.
Yeah, but then you can't.
That's a good idea.
You can literally just buy a key from the game's website.
Not Rockstar.
So that's why it doesn't bother me, because I don't give a shit.
Rockstar, you can't. It'll be wherever it'll be.
Yeah, but I mean, I could also go to a GameStop or buy a key off of Green Man Gaming, which we're also not sponsored by, but whatever.
Or go to G2A.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not saying
little bleep right there.
But that company is well known for stealing keys and then reselling them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Randy Pitchford, the pedophile?
Who?
CEO of who's the publisher that makes Borderlands? Gearbox? Yeah, Gearbox. Yeah. You hear what happened with him?
Wait. No. What? So
a while ago, there's a lot. There's so much to break down. First of all, he's being sued right now for like apparently having parties with underage people doing sexual acts, right? And also his employee accountant is
formerly associated with Gearbox. He's not associated with Gearbox.
He is saying that Randy has like child pornography on his computer and things like that, right? Maybe not his computer, just he has it right in possession, things like that.
Gotcha.
So going back, trying to defend himself, they talk about how Randy, he left a USB drive at a medieval times, which first of all, leaving something at a medieval times is hilarious.
The irony in that is pretty funny.
I know. So he leaves a USB drive at Randy Pitchford. That's what I said. And so he leaves this USB drive at medieval times that has a bunch of highly secretive company information on it, as well as pornography on it. Which, first of all, who puts all that on one thumb drive?
Apparently he does.
I don't know.
That shit was planted, dude. That shit is just bringing light to.
Literally, the top dog in the FBI, the head of the FBI, had like, they did a surprise background check on him, and he had like fucking 20 terabytes of child pornography on his work computer. Like, I mean, at this point, it's not.
I feel like someone like that, is that his kink, or does he sell it? Is that where the business is?
Because
that's always...
Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah, but...
Fuck it. Oh, he is the CEO.
Yes. I don't know anything about what you're talking about, Zach, but I know this guy. So he defended it. He's like, when he initially he actually talked to us a while ago on a podcast, that he said, first of all, this guy does like magic tricks and things, which is okay, whatever, right? But he said on this podcast a while ago, he said, oh, well, the reason I had the pornography on my computer, like, first of all, he could have just said, oh, I had a pornography on my thumb drive because, I just had it on there. He could have owned up to it, but he didn't. He said, I wanted to share it with people because there was a girl. First of all, it was barely legal. It was a barely legal girl, which he specifies, which I think is pretty weird. And then he says that it's like essentially squirt porn. And he says that it couldn't have been a human. She must have been a magician doing it. And so that's why he wanted to share it with all his friends, because of how crazy it was. And it's like, what? Why would you say any of those things?
So far what I've read is it's between two people. One guy was recently fired, and he made the claim that that guy left child
No, that
pornography
definitely happened. You
on a
definitely left
USB.
pornography on it.
I said child. That's why I said alleged. Anyways, so he was throwing that claim at them, and Gearbox has been responding to his claims and counterclaiming. And apparently, the employee was not countering to any of the allegations or counterclaims. So far, Gearbox has been like, "Yeah, this is what it actually is," and then he's just not saying anything in response.
What, the guy that's accusing him?
Yes.
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything back.
He shouldn't or should?
No, he shouldn't, because it should all be safe for court. Because if you tell them everything ahead of time, then they know what to cover up. If you don't say anything, then you have evidence.
I mean, Gearbox says they're happy to go to court, so.
I'm sure they won't be happy. They may say that to like flex, but they're definitely not happy about going to court.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be fine either way. There's no way that he's going to match out
got enough
buck for buck
money for lawyers.
a company.
It's almost unfair because these major corporations, they have all the money for lawyers.
Almost.
And if someone's small, allegedly, almost every major company out there has all the money in the world to pay for lawyers.
Yeah, look at me and Microsoft.
Yeah,
exactly.
What did you
so
say?
Say Selden tries to sue Microsoft for stealing his idea. He wouldn't be able to because he wouldn't have the money to pay for the lawyers and for the fight to last long enough. And
yeah, that's what
they would probably settle to begin with because it would cost
most of them
more.
Yeah, most of them offer a settlement of a large sum, and then usually they have like one lawyer for every finger you have, so they each have each lawyer holding you down, you know. And but like, even if they didn't, they usually just stall out courts to be a couple of years. So most people, so like if you have the hype of the internet doesn't give a shit after a month.
Yeah.
So,
It's hard to keep the internet's attention.
This segue into a different topic. Yeah, you guys remember swatting?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So in 2015.
Really?
What the fuck? What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you want to explain the story?
Yeah, tell us what happened.
So basically, I pissed a guy off on Minecraft, and Minecraft.
Holy shit!
The best ones come from Minecraft, dude.
Sorry. Yeah, the best.
So we all understand how toxic the Minecraft community is, right?
No.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never been toxic.
Basically,
bullshit.
The Minecraft community now is so toxic, and if you even say anything remotely "quote-unquote" offensive, you'll get your IP leaked in the chat within a matter of seconds. And if you
because
piss
it's
them
like
off enough,
direct connection.
Yeah, if you piss them off enough, they'll either, i.e., threaten to SWAT you, send a bunch of deliveries to your house, or something or other. So I had
proxy.
I clearly pissed off someone. On the internet. Yeah, so I clearly pissed someone off. So, and this guy threatened to swat me. So the next day I go to school, and we have a police officer at our school, and I talk to him about, hey, what would happen if someone threatened to swat me on the internet? And what would happen if they called? Lo and behold, the next weekend, the same officer shows up at my doorstep.
Wow.
Is he in a full SWAT uniform? He fucking gunned you down?
Yeah. No, he didn't gun me down. I opened up the door, and he was there, and he's like, okay, alright. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, okay.
He's like, where's the kids?
Yeah, exactly. So
you knew you get caught, wouldn't you little fuck?
Yeah.
Little did he know they were hidden in the basement.
Yeah.
He just never checked.
Yeah. He says they're in the basement.
And
no, go check. I'm sorry, keep talking. Where do you live again?
Anyways, this was when I lived in California.
Yeah, they're in California.
So, like,
I don't know, go check.
Why not join a different Minecraft server?
Oh, don't worry. I definitely did, and I also got the guy, he apparently was one of, like, the top donators on that server, and I've, like, given, like, $500 or something. So he ended up getting banned. He tried to charge back, failed the charge back, and yeah, never saw him again.
Didn't go to jail. He literally just got.
No, most people don't.
No.
But that's what this recent allegation is. Someone did go to jail. In 2015, he called a SWAT on a popular streamer. He called it on the wrong address. The streamer had as his listed address was old because he moved. And so some innocent guy was just opened the door and then got shot. He was unarmed and killed.
Yeah, I remember this.
And the swatter, as of recently, was charged and sent for manslaughter. I believe he got 20 years. Which is kind of...
That's surprising. That is the most surprising part of this case.
Yeah, because the judges, like, everyone's like, all right, you know, the maximum, a normal sentence for that is about 10 years, if one is doled out. But it took so long to get this point. And the guy was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... And the judge is like, yeah, fuck you, you meant to hurt someone else, so it doesn't matter that it happened to be someone you didn't mean to hurt.
It doesn't matter who it was, the intention was still there.
The worst part is he did it for $1.50. His friend bet him $1.50 on Black Ops to swat it.
Wow.
So feels bad.
Did the kid that called in, he got sent to jail too?
The kid who called it got sent to jail. That's it.
Not the cop?
No. Are you fucking kidding me? Hell no. This is America. No, the cop did not get... The cop was not sentenced at all. In fact, the murder charge was acquitted from the cop to the kid because of such.
This was a little bit ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I remember when this happened. Yeah.
So the charges happened 3 years ago. The sentencing happened like a week ago.
I think you should also get charged for premeditated because, you know, to calling in and stuff like that.
Yeah, premeditated manslaughter. I'm pretty sure it's something silly. I didn't look at the actual charges, but
I didn't get shot.
Yeah. But like that was a lot of crazy things. A lot of people were like, okay, what happened to the cop? So what happened to the cop is he was like, oh, I was just in the line of duty. Guy looks suspicious, and then no one followed charges. People were too afraid to follow a charge suit on the police officer, or the family was at least. But it was pretty crazy that it took 4 years for sentencing.
Yeah, I mean that's basically how it is though with all courts.
That's not even atypical. Yeah, it's pretty. I thought it was kind of cool. So the FTC is asking for ISPs to disclose the information they've been collecting as of recently, and personally, in my degree. So let's put it this way: if you are browsing the internet and you look up, or you start talking with me, you're talking to me right now, and you're saying, oh man, I haven't bought any cat food recently. My cat's getting kind of hungry. I should probably go get some cat food recently. And you open Google, and you go to type, and you type the word cat, and cat food near you is the first option, and all your advertisements are PetSmart, pet shops, whatever, selling cat food. That's some information the ISP has collected either through your search history or whatever else, trying to give you more relevant information.
I think that's really
fucked up. The FTC says, all right, cool, sure, collect whatever you want. Let us see what you're collecting.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think it's pretty fucked up how like devices can just like listen on you and stuff like that. Like it's pretty impractical. Okay, Google, what time is it?
I mean,
9:13. Oh shit, thanks. Yeah,
it's impractical, but it's the current convenience.
Yeah.
You know, it's how much information about you would you trade to do something without using your hand? You know.
I would not give any information.
You wouldn't give any information?
About this with Richard.
Well, too bad, because you've lost all of your information and you didn't get anything from it.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? My social security number is probably out there somewhere.
Mine is 325. Richard, edit this out. So
you can't start with the 3 of the year you were in.
We're trying to talk about this before though. Like, crimes now, like realistically, I can't imagine like anyone in our area would ever be able to get away with a crime. It just seems like so unrealistic, like a murder, right? It just seems so like hard to do now. Like back in the day, you used to do whatever you wanted, but now it's like
yeah, and all right, your parents fucking talk about, oh, I used to drive home drunk. Yeah, well, guess what? The 6 red lights fucking camera happened to see that I happen to have a bottle of alcohol in my car. Police officer was alerted 6 miles down the street. It's like, oh, you know, you can't just drive around drunk.
It does depend on where you are, though. I feel
Which
like,
is great.
Yeah,
because like tomorrow I'll be in like the fucking panhandle of Texas, and I feel like you can still do fuck shit up there.
Yeah, I agree. It is, but like in my area, I just feel
but
like
for us in modern civilization, not
yeah, for us city slickers.
City slickers.
Hey, what are you talking about? Dallas is very much a city.
Well, what else? What else we got, Zach? I just
thought that was a really interesting topic. That
yeah, no.
Do you guys don't want to talk about more about that, or no?
No, I mean.
Well, we have a game night tonight. If you guys want to go play the game night, we're gonna get a bunch of people in one Apex lobby. I think we're gonna try to like literally just as many as we could into it.
Fuck that. I'm not gonna bother.
Selden, we have a movie you need to watch. Zach and I watched it last night.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
we
good. We will watch it again with
bit?
You.
What movie?
It's called You're Next. Have you seen it?
That was such a
You're Next.
It's
Can I Google it or no?
You can Google it. Yeah. Just don't like read
know.
it.
No. Like the one detail you
images.
told me in the very beginning. That was a very important like.
Bro, I
twist
just saw a thing about this on the internet. The other day I saw there's a guy that I watched on YouTube. He had a video covering it, and
it's such a good movie.
Is it a new thing?
No, it came out in 2011, but I just saw a description of it on Reddit, and I was like, oh, I'll go check it out with Zach. It literally is such a good movie.
So you know how I feel about movies for the most part,
especially horror movies.
I generally just kind of laugh at it. I was actually enjoying that movie.
Like we were theorizing it as it was. I mean, it wasn't like Texas Chainsaw where you sit back and you're like fuck and you're like watching this whole thing go down. Like this movie, you're thinking, oh man, but it could, this thing, you know what I mean? You're like thinking about like, oh, what can happen? What's this person gonna do?
I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed
Much as you enjoyed what?
So
Hardcore Henry. I fucking love that movie too.
So it's actually got some anticipation to it.
So you want to watch it, Claudia?
Like, so the standard genre of horror movies is like, all right, a bunch of fucking dipshits enter an area. Oh no, there's a murderer in the area. Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's sit on our asses and play patty cake. Someone's missing. All right, this house is no longer safe. Let's just wander and die slowly. But it kind of doesn't feel like that for the most part. It kind of feels like, oh shit, something's happened. Let's do something about it.
Yeah.
And that gives me a better feeling about it.
Okay.
Because you take fucking Jason, right? Jason, so the chick's like, oh yeah, my dog just suddenly barking for 45 minutes. Whatever.
Friday the 13th movies are like a subgenre in themselves. Like,
yeah, people in those are like notoriously idiots.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. You have to have a different mindset when you watch those movies. Even the first one is like, when you think about horror movies, you have the 5 big franchises. I think you have Halloween, you have Nightmare, you have Friday, you have Texas, and I believe Child's Play is the other one. I mean, there's like Hellraiser and stuff, but like, I feel like those aren't nearly as iconic as the 5 I just mentioned. I can't think of another ones, but with most of those have really good first, like really solid first entries. Fridays has just been the same. I mean, and they're great movies. I'm not dissing them. I mean, they're great for what they are, but they weren't game changing. A lot of people, I know we watched Nightmare and like laughed at it and stuff, but a lot of people really like that movie. And you know, Halloween's great. Yeah, yes. For its time, I mean, you know, no one wanted to fucking sleep.
Yeah, you can say that about really anything in my opinion, though, right? For its time.
Yeah, but like Texas is great, Halloween is great. Honestly, I enjoyed the first 2 Child's Plays. I like the second one a little better than the first one, actually, if I'm gonna be honest. What do you think, Zach?
I never saw the second one.
Simply because there was more Chucky. Yeah.
You just kind of embrace the fact, oh yeah, you know Chucky's alive, Chucky's a doll, Chucky's whatever. You know Chucky's a joke. You know.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mimi.
Yeah.
So it kind of embraces that. But so I only had 2 other topics I kind of want to mention. One of them, in passing, of Avatar. So quickly, everyone here, can you name one character from the top grossing film of all time, the 2009 movie Avatar?
Sully.
What's his last name?
I thought that was his last name. I thought it was Jonathan Sully.
I think it was Jack or Jake Sully, but it might be.
No, Jake. What's his name? Was the actor?
All right, Ryan, can you name one?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie since I saw it in theaters in 2009. So
it is Jake Sully. You're right. Good job, Seldon.
I'm impressed by that.
But
he was played by James Cameron. Yeah, that's the only one I knew too, and that's because of recent. I only knew his last name for sure, but
yeah, I just remember them saying Sully all the time, and I remember it with Jay. So
yeah, so it's if you think about it, it's pretty fucking crazy how that is the top grossing film. Top.
I'm surprised Star Wars or any of the Avenger movies haven't beaten it. I can't believe
catch up soon, but
well, no, it's one movie. Like if Infinity War didn't pass it, I don't think anything will, because I feel like Endgame won't do nearly as good as Endgame won't do as good as Infinity War.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna go watch Endgame just because they want to see what will happen. That's where they're gonna make their profit, just from people's curiosity getting the best of them.
Yeah.
Not because it being a good movie.
But so the only reason I'm mentioning it is because Richard brings up to me that they're making sequels, and I knew they said they were making a sequel way back when, but like
they've announced like 5 sequels.
Damn, 5.
10 years. It's 10 years ago. 10 years ago this movie came out, and I don't remember anything apart from the boning scene where they interlock hairs, and they blew up a tree. That's all I remember about that movie.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And so I don't understand why this movie everyone just like it's a good movie, but everyone
$2.7 billion
fucking lost their minds over this movie for some reason. And I mean, like, even maybe it's just because it's long as shit, and you're not.
It was only a 3-hour movie.
Only? Okay, name another 3-hour movie besides, like, I think The Godfather is 3 hours. I don't know.
The Hobbit.
It was marketed as an experience, so everyone wanted to be like part of the experience, I think.
That's clever marketing, I will say that.
It was very, very cinematically appealing, right? It was good CGI, and it's just like CGI wasn't as a CGI only movie wasn't really as big in 2009, I guess, but it was very good. I don't know, but I can't believe that if they're gonna do a second one, are they gonna follow the same guy? Because everyone.
No, yeah, everyone is recasted. Even the people that died were recasted.
It's probably because it's before.
Well, maybe, but
that wouldn't make any sense.
Before, why would you make 5 movies before? 5 movies are scheduled.
Star Wars.
Yeah, but like.
I mean, 3. I mean, that's not really that.
At the beginning of this movie, there's really like nothing. It's not like Star Wars where they have this whole thing they can build up to. Like, there isn't anything insane that happens at the beginning of that movie.
Have you guys ever read the books?
You guys remember how, like, dumb that the main mineral, the whole thing the movie was built around was called unobtainium. That's so stupid. That's the stupidest shit ever.
See, I don't even remember that.
It was also, like, the whole reason the people were fighting was about their tree, and the tree got killed anyways. So why didn't they just kind of, like, fuck it? We're screwed.
Well, when they put their hair thing with the tree, they basically fucked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the tree's gone. They've lost the tree. I don't know. I just cannot believe that movie's getting sequel.
I mean, I expected it to get 1, like maybe, but they are already
10 years ago.
Yeah, but they already have like 4 or 5 planned out. Like 1 is coming out next year. The next one is coming out 2 years from that. And I think it's like a Star Wars thing where they do like 1 every other year, not counting the shitty like.
Can you imagine making a movie, make $2 billion on it, being like, that was nice. Then 10 years pass, and you're like, fuck.
I'm out of money. I gotta do this shit again.
Yeah, maybe I can make another $2 billion off of this.
There's no way James Cameron like ever runs out of money.
Richard, can we talk about that?
What?
Can we talk about that Star Wars film, the Han Solo?
I think James Cameron.
I haven't seen it.
3 movies.
So no. I still have not watched the Han Solo movie.
Man, I saw it on Netflix. It's on Netflix. You can watch it for free.
Oh, I saw it as well.
Bro, Donald Glover was the best thing in that movie.
I'm sure.
He usually in that movie.
He usually he was Lando.
Gambino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He usually brings it in everything he's in. I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a personal large fan of Donald Glover, but that's just me.
I was watching that and I'm like, it's just, who cares about this? Like, this is so boring. Like, this is so stupid. And like another character showed up and I was like, that was cool, I guess. But like, literally, man.
Yeah, and the
was like the only
that were thrown in.
No, you mean Darth Maul? I know he's in it. For some reason.
He's in it by looking at someone. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do anything.
He's like in a second, right? Like it's not even as cool as like Rogue One having Vader and Vader murdering like a bunch of people.
Yeah, he's just like sitting on a cliff with a binocular.
I think Rogue One is the only good movie that's come out of this current age of Star Wars.
I'll be honest, I like the Asian guy who just dodged a bunch of shit, and then the Vader scene. That's the only thing I really remember about Rogue One, and that's the only thing I remember.
The thing is, I've rewatched it a couple times, and you notice like there's a lot of good things. I've seen both of the two main story Star Wars movies at least twice. Probably I saw the first one a bunch, and I loved it, but it was honestly due to it, being new and hypey and everything. Now I acknowledge a lot of the writing in that movie was fucking stupid, and then The Last Jedi was even worse. So I can't even imagine what they're gonna do for this one.
The milk? Come on, dude.
Oh
okay.
My God, the milk was awesome.
I love the milk. I did love the milk.
Freaked out when that shit happened.
Yeah.
Oh
Ryan, you've seen the Star Wars film, right? The new, like, not really new anymore. Like the newest, like
the newest
newest one where like Luke comes back and he's drinking out of that titty.
There's like this fat Gungan like creature just sitting on a rock.
Okay, so Matt.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I
understand what you're talking about now.
When the movie came out, Matt went to a midnight viewing. Like, he was excited about it. And then when he got home, he told me, okay, it kind of sucks. And I'm like, oh, really? He said, yeah, they kind of blew it. He said, I will say, though, there is a titty licking scene. So I like that. And I was like, what? And he said, I'm not going to say anything else. Just message me when you watch the movie. And I saw it. I was like, oh my God.
God damn.
Yeah,
I'm not going to call it a perfect film.
I completely forgot about it.
But it was fucking
without the titty milking scene, I probably wouldn't have rewatched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cheered when
I
that
might
happened.
just rewatch it just for
Give it a fucking score without the titty milk scene.
No, fucking like 4 maybe.
Really? I think 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
Fucking
There's just
3.
so much wrong with it.
Worse than the holiday special. 3 out of 10.
I don't know about that.
I do. Fuck that. I actually watched the holiday special twice.
I don't.
Okay, so I liked Rogue One though because Zach, I just said that Asian guy that walked around, like that's like super Star Wars. Like if you played Knights of the Old Republic and you played that kind of stuff, like that was like you could have pulled it from that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it felt right. It felt right that he did that. He just kind of like ignored everyone and just kind of kept walking, dodging shit. It felt as though we're actually getting to someone using force power. It's not just picking up rocks or someone rubbing someone's tick and saying, "Yes, you will let me out." No.
Okay, while we're on the subject of Star Wars, there is a rumor going around for the name of the 9th film, and I don't know how I feel about it. Now, it is a rumor, but a lot of people are like thinking that this is probably going to be it. It's called Skywalkers. Episode 9, Skywalker.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
No. So the only thing is, those are almost always wrong.
I hope so. I mean, but it's like it'll be soon. I mean, we're getting close to when they do the marketing for the yearly thing.
So now we should take turns pitching our own idea for the new Star Wars film, like what the name of it should be.
I think it should be From His Nap. That way it can be The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi from his nap.
Oh my God.
See, but that's the thing is, they always have a name that flows. The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi's Force Awakens. The Skywalkers? From his slumber? I mean, I don't know.
What do you think the name should be?
Me?
Yeah, what do you think? If you were to title the 9th film, what would you title it?
The Phantom Menace Part 2.
Oh shit. Ryan, what about you?
The Titty Liquor, the sequel.
And it's just the one scene on loop.
By the way,
actually,
I sent
I'd like
most
to,
of you the clip.
I'd like to revoke my answer and replace it. Misa back.
Star Wars 9, Misa back.
The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, Misa back. That's pretty fucking.
This is a pretty good name, guys. I'm pretty happy. That turned out way better than I thought it would.
How about you? What would you name it?
I did not think ahead. I was just asking that because I thought.
So, the only last thing I want to talk about, because this was a very security themed podcast for me, was so a family rented out an Airbnb. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yes, I've stayed at many.
Breakfast.
Nice.
No. Airbnb is different.
Anyways, so they rented one out, and while they were searching through the room, they found out there were hidden cameras in their room.
Well, yeah, just keeping a look at them.
Yeah, so apparently, according to a bunch of people on Reddit, that's a big thing in China. And so, or maybe no, my bad. It's probably Korea. They said it was a big thing in Korea. And so the best thing you can do for yourself is when you check, like when you enter a new room, turn off all the lights and just sit in your room. No, just sit in your room. And if you see any red lights or red flashes, it means there's a camera in there.
Oh yeah, because the infrared turns on.
Yes. So I thought that was really cool, and I believe that's also how they found it. But that's fucking crazy. How would you feel? You rent out a hotel room and you just suddenly see a camera in there. You probably fucking get naked and
call the cops and stuff, and you could do stuff about it. In China, I don't even know if you could do anything.
Yeah, you can fucking cover it.
Yeah, I literally don't I don't think you have any legal right to do anything besides cover it.
China has a lot of weird and cool systems. There's a Chinese app where if you have it downloaded, it'll alert you if there's people around you who are in debt, and if they look like they have enough money to pay for what they're in debt for, you can call the government and the government will come and then collect from them. I thought that was kind of a funny thing.
That sounds horrible. Holy
funny
fuck,
as shit, dude.
Can you get paid for it?
Probably get passive money for it.
But systematically snitch, and guess what? If you think someone needs to stay oppressed, tell the government. They'll mock them right up. And do not let them talk about Tiananmen Square. Do not let them talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, rip to all our Chinese viewers.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yin, if you're watching this,
fuck you.
Fuck you, dude.
But 1952. That actually worked. It's actual censorship from the government. It's like one of our pickup words. Like if you say bomb or kill in a phone call, it automatically traces 5 seconds of your conversation to see if there's anything more about it.
This was wait, back then?
No, right now.
Oh.
No, literally, Richard, if you are playing PUBG and you see someone talking Chinese in the chat and they are from China, and you mention the Tiananmen Square, the year, and the month, they will disconnect.
Yo, I want to try that. Someone hop in PUBG with me.
We're not.
Yeah,
Chinese.
but we're not Chinese. Well, we're not into China.
Servers.
Okay, but we're not on their networks.
God.
It works on their network, so they have a large client network with a comb.
Dang.
And the comb sweeps through it, or combs.
Yeah, and guess what?
It.
If you say it on the street next to any kind of official, they'll just lock your ass up.
You will get forcibly imprisoned.
Even if you're a visitor?
A reporter got thrown into jail for 6 months because he said that. It took forever for the embassy to get him out. They don't fuck around, dude. But they're doing great with electric cars.
I mean, when you have no health regulations.
But...
No. The whole point of the electric cars is to impose some more health regulations.
When you have no health regulations in your factory, you can kind of do a lot.
Well, it's also they made a huge market for it, so all the people just kind of want to get in on that. Because our market right now is Elon Musk.
Get on that.
But Elon Musk is still ahead of a lot of people in China for electric cars, at least.
I thought about buying a Tesla.
Yeah, you thought? Meaning,
like 40
every
years.
time I took you to work, Selden, you're like, Richard, you and I getting together, we're gonna get a Tesla.
We're gonna split
every morning.
We're gonna drive to work every day. Yeah, I know. He said it 6 times while I was there for 2 days.
You can get it for pretty cheap now.
Why don't you get one?
I think
my mom won't let me.
What do you mean your mom won't let you?
You don't live with your mom anymore. How can she?
She'll pay half of whatever car I get, so it just doesn't make sense to get one.
What?
So, okay, then what? This was a year ago, Selden. How come you haven't gotten a new car?
Because his mom knew he wouldn't do it.
I'm driving my mom's car right now.
Really? Are your cars fucked?
Yeah, my car's fucked.
When did this happen?
A week ago.
Well, it didn't. I kept driving it when the brakes went out, and I kept driving it when the suspension went out. But when the clutch broke, I was like, yeah, I think that's about it for me.
How long has it been out?
Not when the brakes went out. Not the suspension. When the clutch.
Or the airbag.
There was one time where I hit there was one time where I hit the brakes and I just didn't stop, and I said, whew, holy shit.
Making a left.
Yep, I went over in the grass. I was like, okay.
I guess you can see he didn't clutch it.
Yeah.
This is why you play Apex.
Thank you for coming, Deepish Talking Podcast.
What's this one going to be called? Yeah.
What do we name it? I'll let you guys decide, because I got a perfect name, but I'll let you.
Well,
the lemon.
The lemon?
Luke Skywalker's breast milk.
All right.
From his now.
I say the lemon. I say the lemon because a lemon is a card that you keep putting money into, but ultimately it's just going to fail.
All right, but no one would get that reference because I searched. So therefore.
Therefore what?
No one else will.
Well, so what's the name, Zach? What are we doing?
Titty milk.
I don't think we can name a YouTube.
TIDDYMILK.
We'll just censor the I with an apostrophe or something.
We'll do an exclamation point.
How about this? How about Tiananmen Square?
Oh yes! I'm 100% for that idea.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. All right, gents. Thanks for coming out.
We're gonna go play Payday. If you want to be on the podcast, message Richard.
And I will tell you to message Selden.
He will forward you to the person who can help you the most.
We'll see y'all later.